We're currently live on YouTube, waiting to go live on our website.
Testing, testing. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Great.
But there was no video. There we go.
And Borough Hall team, whenever you can confirm that we're live on our website, we will begin. For folks who are just tuning in now, we're just waiting confirmation that we are live on the queensbp.org website before we begin. We welcome you. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're looking to equip yourself with all the opportunities that are available here in Queens and in the area and the region. Borough Hall team, let us know when we're live.
We're all set.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome virtually to Queensborough Hall and welcome back for the now fourth installation of these virtual job recruitment fairs that we're having here in Queens. We've got our partners who have been here each and every time, determined to hire here in Queens. We've also got some new partners here with us today, as we do each time, and so we're delighted that they are joining us. Just a reminder for folks who are tuning in, if you'd like to know who is speaking and who is hiring, go to our website, queensbp.org/recruitment fair. queensbp.org/recruitment fair, where you will see the agenda for today's job fair. We will be hearing from each panelist momentarily, from employers and from recruiters. They will give a brief description of the jobs that they are hiring for, a little bit about their organization or company, and then we're going to open up the floor to Q&A. We know that that has been the most fulfilling for a lot of the attendees in our past, our prior 3 job fairs. And so we want to really maximize that Q&A portion. Before we begin, I am obliged to remind everyone, census. If you haven't filled it out, be sure to fill it out, my2020census.gov. And we will be hearing from some of our recruiters from the United States Census Bureau in short order. We have had several hundred RSVPs for today's job fair, as we have in the prior ones as well. And so we are eager to get right into it. And so first up, we've got one of our new partners for this series of job fairs from New-York-Presbyterian. We are in phase 2 here in Queens County in the city of New York of the reopening. Hopefully we will get to phase 3 in short order. But the essential jobs, the essential opportunities, the essential positions at our health facilities, our healthcare facilities, are absolutely critical, especially in terms of our reopening. But also just for our well-being. We are the Borough families, and so Presby, as we call them, the New York Presbyterian is one of 9 acute care hospitals in Queens. I know that they're hiring for a number of positions, not just in Queens. And so, without further ado, we have the Director of Talent Acquisition from New York Presbyterian, Michele Allison. Welcome, Ms. Allison. Please begin.
Thank you. Good afternoon. And on behalf of New York Presbyterian Hospital, I'm delighted to be part of today's event. Again, my name is Michele Allison, and I'm the Director of Talent Acquisition. New York Presbyterian is comprised of 10 hospitals, 7 within New York City, including New York Presbyterian Queens in Flushing, just steps away from the Queens Botanical Garden. In addition, we have 4 medical groups consisting of multi-specialty practices with 20 sites right here in Queens. We offer various opportunities across all locations, and we're currently and actively hiring for a wide variety of positions: RN, nursing support, respiratory therapists, clinical laboratory technologists, security officers, environmental and food service workers, including our housekeepers, transporters, and dietary workers. We're also not limited to facility maintenance, as well as IT, administrative, and supply chain. So when you think about healthcare, we do offer a variety of different opportunities and career paths at New York Presbyterian. I am proud to say that I've been with NYP for over 15 years, as there's a strong commitment to our employees. We offer comprehensive health and wellness benefits, tuition reimbursement, and childcare assistance. And this summer, we're actually offering daycare and summer youth employment to the employees of our children. I must end with saying that NYP values diversity and inclusion and belonging. And throughout the years, we have exemplified this commitment through various programs, including our seminars on dialogues in diversity, unconscious bias, anti-racism, and allyship. So we're excited to be a part of this event to talk a little bit more about the various opportunities we have available. And to start exploring career opportunities at New York Presbyterian, you can visit our career website at careers.nyp.org. And thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you, Ms. Allison. And I can already see in the chat room that we have a couple of questions teeing up for you. So please stand by. Up next, we have a returning partner, the United States Tennis Association, USTA. They are one of the biggest moneymakers for the city of New York, and we are proud to be home to them here in Queens. And of course, as many have probably heard in the news, that the US Open is still on for 2020, perhaps not in its usual form, but it is still on. It is, again, a very important revenue generator for the city of New York, but also just a tradition that is absolutely cherished globally. And certainly puts Queens on the map globally. So of course, from the USTA, we have HR recruiters, Ms. Brittany Padmore, as well as Allison Sakiotis. And without further ado, please begin.
Thank you, Borough President, and thank you again for having us. My name is Brittany Padmore. I am one of the recruiters for this year's event. Since last time, a lot has changed. We are officially having a tournament. However, we are having no fans there. And so what that means is a lot of our positions actually, unfortunately got cut significantly. However, we are offering a couple positions that we will go over between Allison and I. We are also hosting an extra tournament this year. So we are hosting the Western and Southern Tennis Tournament, which is normally held in Cincinnati, Ohio. And so that starts August 19th. Through the 28th, and then we will have the main draw from August 31st to September 13th. The position that I want to introduce to everyone today is the ball person. We're giving you an opportunity to run the sidelines of history and become a ball person for this year's tournament. And so we are having virtual tryouts. Yes, we're having virtual tryouts, and what that means is you will submit a video of yourself answering the question, why do you think you should become a US Open ball person? It's a 2 to 3 minute video, and it just, shows us your personality. And then there's also an option to show us your physical ability as well. And that's included in the 2 to 3 minute video. And so it should be fun, seeing you guys in your backyards, showing us your physical abilities, as well as, showing your outgoing personalities and maybe becoming a great person to become a ball person this year. Where can you upload this video? You can upload it to usopen.org/ball person. I will include that in the chat below. If for some reason your video is too large, you can email your video to usopenballpersons@usda.com with your name in the subject line. Again, I'll provide that information in the chat as well. Further details, this registration ends July 6th at 3 p.m. So make sure you get your videos in by then. And then we're asking for you to be at least 18 years of age by August 15th to be considered for this position, as well as available for every single day. So around August 15th to September 13th, we'll need you every single day at the US Open to become a ball person. So if you're interested in that, get your cameras ready and your backyards ready, and just submit those videos to us by July 6th. I'll provide all the information in the chat as well. Make it fun too. Don't it'll be a fun time. Allison will further explain the remaining positions that we are offering so far.
It's hard to follow that up. So we are also hiring for some facilities areas, some locker room attendants, locker room cleaners, and some other areas just here on the grounds, some courts and grounds positions. Definitely just send your resume over to us or check out our website for other listings.
That's it.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you for that energized and concise presentation. I'm sure we'll have some questions to follow up to both of you. Up next, we have a returning partner, the Young Adult Institute, that they are hiring for a couple dozen positions in support services for individuals of different abilities. And from YAI, we have from HR, Jasmin DeFranco. Ms. DeFranco, are you here? There you are. All right.
Hi,
Mr. Franco, you're on.
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, thank you. Hi, everyone. So my name is Jasmin DeFranco, and I'm the Human Resource Junior Generalist for the Borough of Queens here at YI. YI provides support services for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities, including autism, Down syndrome, and cerebral palsy. YI was founded in 1957 and was envisioned as an organization that would break the norm for people living with intellectual and developmental disabilities. Since that time, YI has a team of over 4,000 employees and supports over 20,000 people within downstate New York and northern New Jersey. YI is committed to seeing beyond disability, providing opportunities for people to live, love, work, and learn in their communities, while also providing people a safe and healthy environment in which every person's rights are respected and upheld. At YI, we empower people to make informed decisions about their own lives and support people in choosing and realizing their own goals, increasing their independence and self-expression. We're currently hiring for direct support professionals, DSP for short. A DSP works directly with the people that we serve, creating new opportunities for living, loving, working, and learning. A DSP's goal is to help people achieve the fullest life possible by assisting them in the areas or activities that prevent them from being self-sufficient. Along with empowering the people we support in terms of growth, YI is known for our extensive staff training and promoting of professional growth. Anyone who is interested must have a high school diploma or a GED and a valid driver's license for all full-time and part-time positions. No prior training is required to become a DSP at YI. All job-specific training will be conducted at YI offices or on the site at the individual programs. We have many programs with different needs in the area of Queens, including weekends and overnight positions. So if you're interested in a DSP position with us, please apply on our website at yai.org. I will include that in the chat. We're currently hiring through the pandemic and are conducting interviews and training virtually in order to have people start in our programs as soon as possible. We also do offer many different benefits for our full-time and part-time staff, including medical, dental, and vision insurance, generous vacation and sick time, matching 401(b) plans, and education benefits.
Great, thank you, Ms. DeFranco. For folks who are just tuning in, we're going to ask that if you have any questions, we will reserve the bulk of the 90-minute jobs recruitment fair to Q&A, an interactive Q&A. But in order to do that and to facilitate that, we're going to ask you to direct all of your questions into the Q&A portion of this application. So I see a couple of questions in the webinar chat. We're going to ask folks to move those over into Q&A so we can centralize all the questions and make sure that we answer as many of them as possible. Also, for folks who are just tuning in, the program for today, the list of employers and recruiters who are speaking today, you can find that list on our website, queensbp.org/recruitment fair. queensbp.org/recruitment fair. I see that our number of participants have gone up since the beginning of the hour. So we're going to ask folks to follow that program online as we listen to our next panelists. We have a returning partner, the Child Center of New York, hiring for over 100 positions in teaching, tutoring, etc., psychiatry, peer advocacy, custodial services. We are the Borough families, and the services that the Child Center of New York provides is absolutely critical to the strength of our families and our borough. And of course, returning with us, we have the recruitment coordinator of the Child Center of New York, Shoshana Chetty. Ms. Chetty, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Borough President Lee. My name is Shoshana Chetty. I'm the recruitment coordinator at the Child Center of New York. The Child Center was founded in 1953 as a children's counseling center, and then as Queens grew, we grew with the community. We service over 30,000 children and their families each year, and we work out of approximately 70 different site locations. We have 5 main program areas ranging from behavioral health, which are our clinics, early childhood education, which are our Head Start programs, prevention and health homes and integrated care, which is actually going into homes and providing services to the children and their families as needed. And then our biggest division is youth development, and that's our after-school programs and our cornerstone community-based programs. What we're hiring for right now, we are currently looking for full-time mental health workers, which requires a bachelor's degree and at least 2 years child welfare experience. Speaking a second language is definitely preferred. We are looking for full-time parent advocate case aides, high school diploma, 1 year experience working with families, and again, a second language is preferred. We're looking for part-time respite care workers, 3 years experience working with children who are severely emotionally disturbed, and part-time youth advocates, approximately 15 hours a week. And that's somebody who has experience mentoring middle school and elementary school children. And then finally, we're also looking for per diem positions. We have per diem positions available for master social workers and youth peer support specialists, which is somebody who is willing to share their personal story. So if you've been through the foster care system, if you've suffered through depression, anything along those lines, and you're willing to share your story with our clients, then we would look for a youth peer support specialist. I'm gonna type our information. I actually see it's already in the chat box. So you would just apply by going to childcenterny.org/careers. We do have approximately 100 open positions right now, and we are hiring. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Chetty. And as mentioned, our team at Borough Hall will try to get the contact information that the panelists are putting into the chat room onto our website in case people missed it. Up next, we have the Council for Airport Opportunity. Queens is home to both New York City airports, both LaGuardia and Kennedy, and there are multi-billion-dollar redevelopment capital redevelopment projects underway at both ports. and they're absolutely critical to our region's future and our global competitiveness. And of course, from the Council for Airport Opportunity, we have the Director of Business Development, who is no stranger to Queens and certainly no stranger to our job fairs here. But she is actively working to make sure that the opportunities available at both ports to rebuild them into the 21st century, those opportunities are accessible and seized by certainly Queens folks, but of course, New Yorkers. And so without further ado, we have Ms. Verdia. Noel, welcome back.
Thank you, Borough President Lee. I'm very happy to be back, very excited to be here as always, but excited that we have a number of positions that we are recruiting for. As I spoke in our last virtual event, there are ongoing positions at both JFK and LaGuardia airports. They have actually increased, and those positions have increased, and we are actively recruiting as we speak. So I'd just like to take a moment to just advise our viewers that of CAO's history and mission. Those who may not know, it is a nonprofit organization, and it was created in 1972 in collaboration with the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey and our airline partners. And the mission, of course, is to identify and address the critical employment needs in the communities surrounding New York and New Jersey airports, while at the same time responding to the hiring needs of the airport tenants in the aviation industry. I might add that all of our services are free. We are in the process at this moment of providing our services remotely and virtually due to COVID-19 and the current pandemic. We are recruiting and pre-screening every day as we normally would if we were in our offices. So for all three major airports moving forward with their construction plans, of course, we're going to continue looking for additional employees for these companies. So the jobs that are available at this moment, at JFK, we're looking for security guards. We're looking for ramp and warehouse agents, CDL drivers with A and B, with the P endorsement on some, dispatchers, general maintainers. There are people that assist with the maintenance of the airport, warehouse associates, and aircraft cargo handlers. Now we'll get back to that in a few minutes, but all of the positions that I'm going to speak about today are all full-time positions. At LaGuardia Airport, we're also looking for security guards, temperature screeners. We have a team member job order for restaurant. We're looking for retail workers. So there are several retail positions that are currently in demand. General maintainers at LaGuardia, bus drivers at LaGuardia, also CDL drivers at LaGuardia, along with our passenger service positions. All of these positions, again, at LaGuardia are full-time. At Newark, you'll find package handler, CDL drivers, and security guards. I will say that with this event, we do have a hiring event tomorrow. And I'm just going to give you a 2-for-1. I'm going to put in chat box how you can register with CAO, which is www.caonyny.com. And you can follow up with a phone call at 718-523-7100. The hiring event tomorrow is for part-time workers. We need nearly over 100 part-time warehouse associates. We will ask that you register with CAO and follow up with a phone call if you're interested in that position. The phone call is, of course, to let us know that you've registered. In the meantime, you can go to our website and find additional information. We are on all of the social media platforms with flyers explaining to you how you can apply for these jobs. Now, the hiring event is just for tomorrow. They're looking to gather as many interested job seekers as possible, but CAO will continue with the recruitment process going after tomorrow. So if you would like to be involved with this hiring event. These are jobs that are current. They are now. And the employer is also adding a $300 signing bonus if in fact you get through part of that process. So it would at least register, give us a call if you want to find out more about this exciting venture tomorrow. It is immediate. And as I said before, I will be here for questions after, and I will put the registration information into our chat room. Again, thank you so much, Borough President Lee, for always being considerate and inviting us in on these events. They've been very successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Noel, for your partnership. Up next, we have the Queens Centers for Progress, hiring approximately 50 positions in various professional support and supervisory services. I'm going to remind folks, or for folks who are just tuning in now, if you have any questions that you would like answered in the interactive Q&A session of this, to put that into the Q&A portion of the Zoom webinar. And if you are looking to see who is speaking and when, and who are the employers and the recruiters, that is all listed on our website at queensbp.org/recruitmentfair. So again, up next, we have Queens Centers for Progress, the Assistant Director of Human Resources, Michele Jenkins. Ms. Jenkins, welcome back, and please begin.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you, Sharon Lee and Queens Chamber of Commerce. This is a great event. My name is Michele Jenkins. I'm the Assistant Director of Human Resources for Queens Centers for Progress. We are a major organization that has been around for over 70 years, and we are Queens-based, mainly in between Jamaica and Borough, Queens. Our mission is to provide person-centered services to individuals with developmental disabilities. And I want to say this has been a wonderful event to host, because from the last event that we participated in, we hired some people. So that was wonderful. And we're looking forward to hire some more. So my number has been cut down from 50. So we're hoping that we'll be able to pick up some more staff. Queens Centers for Progress, we are known for providing wonderful services to individuals with developmental disabilities. It's all about the person first and the disability is second. We try to give them their hopes, their dreams, their values, help them to become independent. But that being said, let me tell you what we have to offer in regards to benefits, because we know with unemployment, that's short term. That will be phasing out eventually, probably in July. So right now, for those job seekers that are out there saying, what am I going to do? You have major employers in front of you now that have active jobs. Queens Center for Progress is one of those employers. What we are able to provide are benefits such as 18 vacation days, 8 sick, 4 personal, 12 paid holidays, medical, dental, tax-deferred annuity, pension plan, virtual health, which you know was very popular these days, employee assistance program, life insurance, and tuition reimbursement for those people who would like to further their education, bachelor's as well as a master's degree, because we believe in investing in our staff. And people have taken advantage of that, and most of our directors have come up through the ranks. So the benefits are very comprehensive. And even with the pandemic, we have still been able to provide great benefits for our staff who are taking advantage of that. The career opportunities we have available right now are an RN administrator. That person will provide day-to-day services, nursing services to 78 individuals in our residential program. That means overseeing RNs, LPNs, and AMAPs, providing training and policy and procedures, updating those. Requirements are a BA degree, current RN license, and hospital experience, 2 to 3 years. We are looking for someone who has already worked in the field of OPWDD. Next position is a assistant supervisor in our residential program. That person will work in conjunction with the residential supervisor and overseeing the day-to-day operations of a 10-bed facility. That means supervising staff, providing recreational activities, payroll, fiscal plant, overseeing the life plans of the individuals, and just making sure that they have the quality of life that they deserve. Some of them have been with us they're going on 80 years, older than me. I met them here. So we're doing something right. So if you would love to be part of that process, you can contact us. I'll give you the contact information shortly. Last positions that we are recruiting for is direct support professionals, as we say, DSPs. They are the heart and soul of our program. They are like the firemen. They have been running into our programs, making sure that our individuals are well taken care of. It is hands-on. That means you assist them with their personal hygiene needs. You help them with their feeding. However, you do a little bit more than that. You play 10 different roles with them, like an advocate, a liaison, recreational coordinator. You're a counselor for them. And the biggest piece is just making sure that they are well taken care of. A safety officer and a chauffeur. Various schedules we have available that can fit your current schedule. We are looking for evening right now, 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. And we have a few overnights, 12 midnight to 8 a.m. It is an awake position. And we have people who just want to work on a weekend for additional income. And the shifts there are 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. Qualifications for direct support: high school diploma, GED, and a New York State driver's license. For those people who've never worked in the field and you're saying, I can't do that, you'd be surprised with ample training, and we provide a lot of ample training. From the moment that you step foot onto our center, we are there to buddy you up with another senior staff, and they will guide you on how to work with our individuals. I will put all our contact information that we have available that will provide you with further information. If you don't have a resume, because some people found themselves, out here looking for a job, don't let that stop you. You can reach out to us and we can forward an employment application to you. We are hosting live events. And we're not hosting live events like we used to because of the pandemic. So it will be a Zoom interview. If you have any questions, I'm available. And for the RN administrator, the direct hotline for that is 646-341-1383. And for all other job seekers, it's mjenkins@queenscp.org. I will put that contact information in the chat area. And good luck to all you job seekers. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jenkins. Up next, we have our partners from Queens Workforce One. They hire a variety of positions, but in particular, up next, we have speakers specifically about retail service opportunities. And of course, that is none other than the Senior Community Relations Manager, Nancy Konipol, and Site Lead Account Manager, Christine Nunez. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queensborough President Lee. These events have been great, and thank you for all the invitations. I am the Senior Community Relations Manager for the Queens Workforce One centers located in Far Rockaway, Jamaica, as well as Flushing. We service those communities as well as all communities in Queens. Our free services include job listings, recruitment events, job search resources, veteran services, resume and interview workshops, and training opportunities. Now, like almost all companies, we're still offering our services, but now they're virtual. If you'd like to access our services and apply for our jobs, which Christine will go into detail about, the link is www.nyc.gov/workforce1, the number 1. I'll put it in the chat. And now Christine will talk about the jobs. And thank you again so much for the invite.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, panelists, and special thank you to Queensborough President Sharon Lee for having us. As Nancy has stated, I am Christine Nunez, Site Manager for the Rockaway Workforce One Career Center. So thank you for having us. And some of the organizations I'm partnered with would be throughout Queens. So right now I'm working with an organization that is opening a new contract at JFK Airport. They have about 70 to 80 positions available, front of the house and back of the house type of roles. So cooking, lounge attendants, cleaning, bartenders, and all the positions require that you're able to have 2 years of similar experience, be very polished, be able to communicate well with the clients who are paying extra to be a part of this VIP lounge. The positions are to be filled immediately for opening in August. So we look forward to meeting individuals, especially through this platform, to screen and assist with employment. They are full-time opportunities primarily. It can be 15 to more dollars an hour. They do have benefits after the 90-day probationary period. Because it is a JFK opportunity, TSA requires all employees there to clear a background check, drug testing, and fingerprinting. So we'll also put that in our screening, but as well as if you're not comfortable with those kind of processes, we can figure out how we can refer you to other opportunities. So that would be one organization we're working with. Also working with a non-for-profit organization looking for residential aides in the Astoria, Queens area. They have locations throughout the 4 boroughs. So Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, and Manhattan, but their urgent needs is for Astoria, East Elmhurst areas. So these women's shelter facilities are looking for residential aides. It's paying $16 an hour. It is full-time, about 37.5 hours in the week, and union benefits after the 9-day probationary period. You must have a high school diploma or GED or degree, as well as 1 year of experience as some sort of security capacity, 8-hour certificate, 16-hour certificate, and security license, as well as the FO2. Right now, because the FDNY is closed, the organization is being a little bit lenient with the FO2 requirement, but you have to be able to obtain it within 30 days of the FDNY opening. So that's one of their stipulations. We're also working with a mobile testing site. They're looking for a lot of bilingual candidates who speak Russian, Cantonese, Mandarin, and or Spanish, as well as being fluent in English. The positions are paying roughly $23 an hour. It's to be an administration navigator. So working with people, being very friendly, making sure people are entering the testing site, mobile testing site with a mask, staying 6 feet apart. If they have registration, been checking them in. If they're not registered, then being able to register the individual. So you have to have computer skills and personable skills for this position to be successful. The mobile site will be going around to different areas, so you have to be flexible with traveling to different boroughs. That is one of the requirements. Typically, the shifts are Monday through Saturday, roughly around 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. So being bilingual, being able to use computer and speaking with clients is really, really important for that position. And, we're happy to announce that we just established an extended relationship with the U.S. Tennis Association team with Alice and Brittany. So we'll be assisting them with their recruitment efforts as well. Thank you so much. Thank you again, everyone. And I'll also provide my contact information in the chat.
We appreciate that synergy and the partnerships here in Queens. Thank you so much. Up next, we have, of course, our Census Bureau, specifically the New York Regional Census Center. They are hiring, they are eager to hire, and the census cannot be overstated in terms of its importance. If you haven't already, for those just tuning in, please be sure to fill it out, my2020census.gov. And returning with us here today, we have the Assistant Regional Census Manager, Jennifer Dublin. Ms. Dublin, welcome back.
Hello, and thank you for having me. Thank you, Borough President Lee, for being such a census supporter from the beginning. And of course, always stressing the importance of the census. But I'm here to briefly talk about census jobs. We are still hiring. Working for the census is a great way for you to earn some extra income while still serving your community. And we are hiring field staff. So we're hiring people to actually be census takers. So the process is very easy. Anyone on any device, whether it's a phone, a tablet, a computer, they go to my 2020census.gov/jobs and complete an electronic assessment and online application. The application is very simple. We do not require a resume, references, or anything like that. The only requirements is you just need to be 18. So 2020census.gov/jobs. And the census is, taking, the current state of affairs very seriously, not only for our staff, but also for the public. So we're incorporating some different things into our training. We'll also be providing PPE and other things to ensure the safety of our staff and the safety of the respondents. So again, census jobs are great jobs, part-time and flexible. You pay $28 per hour. Very limited classroom time, and we're expected to be in the field in the summer. So, the census is key, especially on a local level. So we are looking for people from every background, every ethnicity, especially people that speak a second language. So please go online, 2020census.gov/jobs. When you apply, please indicate that you read, write, and speak another language. And again, very part-time, flexible, $28 per hour. And also, if you're home and you have not already, please go online and complete your census at my2020census.gov, or if you're more comfortable speaking to a person, 844-330-2020 is a number to call. So thank you all again.
Thank you, Ms. Dublin, and thank you for all your efforts to ensure a full and accurate count. It is absolutely critical to our future. Up next, we have returning with us again, WatchGuard 24/7. But before I open the floor to her, real quick, for folks who are typing in their questions in the chat room, I'm going to ask you to kindly transfer those questions into the Q&A portion. We cannot guarantee that your question will be answered if it's only in the webinar chat room, but we are trying to centralize all the questions in the Q&A portion. So we appreciate your cooperation and your patience. As mentioned, up next, we have WatchGuard 24/7, the Director of Human Resources and Corporate Compliance, Francis Velazquez. Welcome back. They are hiring over a dozen security guard positions, and I know they're constantly recruiting. So welcome back, Ms. Velazquez.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Borough President Lee, panelists, attendees. It's great to be back again. WatchGuard is a Queens-born company that has served the community since 2009 with John and Michele Rafferty, Queens natives, as the founders. We are a private security guarding company that services all 5 boroughs, and we're currently hiring for a variety of positions. We have security concierge, we have security for schools, we do security at construction sites. We provide all uniforms and all training free of cost. If you are interested in becoming a security guard or have a security guard license, I will be more than happy to let you know what the process is in becoming a security guard. And I will put all our information in the chat and the Q&A to reach out to our recruiting department. Thanks so much and good luck.
Thank you, Ms. Velazquez. And last but certainly not least, also from Workforce One, but this time talking about industrial and transportation opportunities, is the Community Partner Coordinator, Sarah Tapia, and Account Manager, Leonidas Korakaias. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you so much, Borough President. It's always great to be here. So just like the Queens Workforce One mentioned, Workforce One in general is offering virtual services at this time to help connect you with your next job opportunity. And so the Workforce One Industrial and Transportation Career Center focuses on job opportunities in construction, manufacturing, warehousing, transportation, airport-related jobs, and more. So one thing I just want to mention, it is construction season, so we are well underway in terms of connecting people with construction opportunities. So this is anywhere from plumber helpers, general laborers, construction maintenance. So we are looking to fulfill these roles both skilled and entry-level positions as well. So I am also here with my colleague, Leon Korahine, who will talk more about our airport opportunities. So we look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Borough President Lee, for having us here. It's a pleasure being back. I'm an account manager with Grant Associates, and I specialize in aviation jobs. I've spent most of my adult life at the airport. Currently, I'm looking to hire ramp agents and warehouse workers. These are full-time positions, 40 hours. The pay, depending on experience, varies between $16 to $19 an hour. I also have a few part-time positions available in the warehouse. And I'm looking also from some specialized positions. I'm looking for load planners, and I'm also looking for floor supervisors for warehouses. These are specialized positions, and I've been looking for resumes. Anybody who wants to, please email me their resume. I promise I'll get back to you and schedule you for an interview. Outside of the airport, I'm looking for delivery people. I'm looking for foot messengers, drivers, bikers, everything right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that concludes the sort of intro portion of the recruitment fair. Now we will open it up to the Q&A portion, which as we've heard from a lot of feedback in the prior job fairs, the Q&A portion is really what's most helpful. Before I go further, I just want to thank my team here at Borough Hall for helping to convene this, and in particular, Sharon Anderson, the Director of Economic Development, Carolina Gill, John Periconi, Dot Parfumi, Chris Barca, Aldo Grillo, and of course, my Chief of Staff, Vicki Morales-Casella. Also, I'm going to ask folks to mark your calendars. Our next job fair, these are happening every 3 weeks, Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. So that would mark our next one, the 5th job fair, tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, July 15, 2 p.m. And very likely here online. And so with that, we're going to open it up to the Q&A. And if I can ask Ms. Anderson and Ms. Gill to facilitate the Q&A portion of the program.
Thank you, Borough President. Good afternoon, everyone. It is good to see all of you again and good to be with you. Okay, I'll start the question. The first question is, how old do we have to be to do all of this? Okay, we have several young people, I believe, on the line, and they're 16 and 17 years old. And so with the summer youth employment reduced this year, a lot of them are asking, what can they do? What's the limit on age that they can join any of these positions and possibly get a summer job or an assignment? Can anyone speak to that?
Security, they would have to be at least 18.
18. Brittany, what about the ball person?
At least 18, but next year we can definitely have them on board.
Oh, okay. Someone's turning 17 on August 26th, so sorry. All right. Moving on. Oh, this one is for Brittany. Are any of the job postings on Indeed, are they valid by the USDA?
Yes, we actually post every single job on Indeed. But like I mentioned earlier, we have to cut a lot of them due to, the scaling back of the virus effect. And so what we offer today is all that we're offering for now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, someone else is asking, are there any work from home positions available at this time? Anyone work from home positions?
No, not in my field.
This time.
Okay, thanks.
Not for me either.
Okay, moving on. Does anyone have a position in graphic design or any administrative position? Any graphic designer? Anyone in need of a graphic designer? No. Okay, no virtual positions. Which companies? Is anyone offering virtual positions at this time? Okay, moving on. For CAO, does the airport have passenger service agent for JFK? Is there any such position?
We're currently working with our passenger service partners to increase the numbers that they're looking for. We do have them at LaGuardia right now and a few at JFK. So if someone's interested in passenger service for JFK, I would suggest that you register online today and give us a call or email me, and we'll make sure we get back to you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Verdia. This is for Jennifer. Can you reiterate the census contact information?
Sure. It's 2020 census.gov/jobs. Once you go to that website, you will create an applicant portal, which is going to ask you for basic information like your name and your email address. Once that's verified through your email, it'll take you back into the portal and allow you to complete the assessment and the application. You need to be 18 to work for the census, but if you're 17 and will be turning 18 soon, you can still submit your application. The system will automatically make you eligible on your 18th birthday.
Okay, thank you. One more question for you, Jennifer.
Okay.
Someone applied for a census job, got fingerprinted as well. How long before they can expect to be called for training?
Okay, so
forms as well.
Okay, so all of our operations were paused, but we are starting to resume. So if you were fingerprinted and you've completed your forms, you just need to be patient, and someone from one of the local area census offices will reach out about specifics as far as training. So training will not be for another few weeks.
Okay, thank you. Someone is asking about electrician positions. Would that be Sarah or Leonidas? Do either of you have positions for electricians?
Sure, we are offering, well, we are looking to fulfill a number of electrician positions, and throughout all 5 boroughs. So you're welcome to forward me your resume if you do that.
Okay, wonderful, thank you.
And I would add to that as well, same for NewYork-Presbyterian Hospital, we are looking for licensed electricians.
Okay, wonderful. And Michele, do you have, Michele Allison, do you have anything to do with the contact tracing position? Someone was asking about the contact tracing. Are you helping, is New York Hospital helping with that at all?
Not from a recruitment standpoint, so that's not a role that we're currently recruiting for.
Okay, thank you. Someone is a paraprofessional and would like to start at Queens Center for Progress, weekends only. So they should just follow up with you, right, Michele Jenkins? Michele, you have to turn on your audio, thank you.
Okay, sorry, uh-oh. I'm really messing up.
Sorry, that's okay. So the question was, someone is a paraprofessional and they wanted weekend hours or to work full-time on weekend only.
Yes.
So they should just apply directly to you, right?
Yes. My contact information is in the chat.
Okay, thank you. For Leonidas, what are the requirements for the warehouse position and the contact information, please?
The requirements are to be able to work various shifts, to have a driver's license, and to be able to lift 50 pounds.
50 pounds?
50 pounds.
Okay, thank you. A college student is inquiring, into data entry. Does anyone have a data entry position?
I do have a data entry position for the airport. I would like to, if they can send me their resume.
Okay. Okay, what about accounting? Does anyone have accounting position? No, no accounting? Okay.
Did you say accounting? I'm sorry, it froze up. I have a bookkeeping position. I couldn't, it froze up for a minute, my computer. I'm sorry about that. Did you say accounting or bookkeeping?
Yes.
I couldn't hear.
Yeah, I said accounting.
Okay. Okay, sorry.
So then they should apply if they want to maybe start as a bookkeeper, possibly.
Right.
They can require, right?
Exactly. We do have a bookkeeping position within the construction industry. So if they go online to register with Workforce One and go to Queens, they could see the requirements.
Okay, thank you. Christine, I'm not sure if a bartender is a front of house. Someone is inquiring which firm, which company is that? And they have a license for over 10 years. So would that be on airport? Was that the company you were referring to?
Yes, one of the organizations I'm working with, you would need at least 2 years or more of experience. So if the person has 10, that's great. They can just send me over their resume, and then I would be able to go more the position, as well as putting them in front of the employer, basically.
Okay, thank you. Someone had warehouse load planners and floor supervisor responsibilities, positions like that. Is that a warehouse position? Load planners and floor supervisors?
I mentioned those positions. I'm looking for load planner and weight and balance agents. Those are very specific duties, planning the weight distribution inside the aircraft. Somebody who has that experience, more than welcome to apply for it. Floor supervisors working in the warehouse, managing the different shipments coming in and going out.
Okay, so that person should apply at Workforce One, right?
Email me their resume.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
And for his email address, you can find it at our website, queensbp.org/recruitment fair. And look for Leonidas.
Michele, New York-Presbyterian Hospital. Do you have any entry-level hospital position? They didn't elaborate as to what type, because you guys have a large campus.
We do. So we do offer a variety of positions, whether it's housekeeper, transporter, dietary workers, food and nutrition. So there's a wide variety of positions that requires very limited experience in just a high school diploma.
And so those would be good for people starting again, mothers going back to work, wonderful, thank you. An office manager position in any industry.
Hi, Sharon. We're looking for managerial positions. If someone is interested in managerial office management, please have them email their resumes or register online with CAO, and it will allow them to upload their resumes. We need that experience.
Thank you. Someone is looking for a position in marketing and communications or else project management with 5 years experience. Does anyone have something like that? No? Okay, PCA jobs, I'm not familiar with that. Do you train the individuals to be certified? What is a PCA? Personal care assistant, what is that? Is that it? No? Do you have to have certification to start working with Presbyterian Hospital as a business administrator? This person is a business administrator. Does that require certification?
It doesn't require a specific certification, but it also depends upon the specialty, what level of experience is going to be required, as well as education.
Okay, and someone is asking about the follow-up from the hospital. What's that like? How timely? Are they likely to get notification once they submit a resume to the hospital?
So upon submitting an application, you will get an immediate notification letting you know that your application is being reviewed. If you've not been selected for an interview, you will receive a follow-up email, but we do review applications on an ongoing basis. So sometimes it may take a little bit longer to hear back, but we will close the loop if the position has been filled.
Okay. What about if someone has a foreign nursing degree? How is that treated if they apply for a position?
So if you do have a foreign nursing degree as part of our onboarding process, we do the equivalency verification to make sure that it's equivalent to our bachelor's in the United States. And we will look at foreign RNs with experience as well.
Okay, thank you. Does anyone have a teacher assistant position? A teacher's assistant? Shoshana, no? No? Okay.
No, not at this time.
Okay, thank you. So a mother looking for part-time work after many years of working having office experience. So she might be able to apply at Workforce One, right? Maybe she can find something retail or CAO.
She could definitely apply at Workforce One. And once she registers, she could see all the part-time and full-time opportunities we have.
Okay, thank you. Are there any entry-level finance related jobs? You said the bookkeeping, right, Nancy?
We have the bookkeeping for the construction. Let me just see if it's entry-level. I think you do need some experience. Maybe 2 years of experience, and it's for a construction company. And I just found out it's in West Hempstead, Long Island.
Okay, thank you. Are there supervisory positions in healthcare, non-clinical customer client services? That sounds pretty specific. Michele?
Sure, I would definitely say yes. It would, again, depend upon the individual's experience for a particular area, whether it's in, I would say, food services or it's in supply chain. So there are various supervisory non-clinical type of role. They can definitely send me an email or take a look on our career website to further identify if there's a position to get that.
Okay, and someone's also asking for New York-Presbyterian. Do you hire CNAs?
We do. We hire CNAs across all campus. You can either have your CRNA certification or have experience to be qualified.
Okay. All right, let's see. I've gone through many of the questions, and I've been responding to inquiries initially about security positions. I've been entering for watch guard and CAO, so more inquiries will come your way.
Sharon, I have a question. Can we share the information again regarding the hiring event for the airport tomorrow?
Yes. Do you want me to put that in the chat?
Yeah, you can repeat it and I'll put it on the chat, but so that folks can hear it as well, that would be great.
Sure. It's at www.caonynj.com and then /applicant-registration. And then call 718-523-7100.
Okay, Caroline, sorry.
Yes, we will follow up. There's some additional information that each interested candidate will need. That's why we need them to register first. There's a link they'll need.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm continuing to look through for more questions.
There's another question. I don't know if this has been asked. Does the Airport Council have passenger services service agents for JFK opportunities?
We have a few, yes.
Okay. I have a few questions. Are there medical Spanish interpreter positions available? Does anyone need a medical Spanish interpreter? No.
I can't confirm at this time if we have openings, but periodically we are looking for interpreters, whether fluency in Spanish, Mandarin, Cantonese, but often we are looking for interpreters.
Okay, thank you. Okay, someone is asking if they apply for an HHH, should they have already received their training? So I believe that that's the case, right? They should have their training under their belt with their certification before they apply for the position.
Sure. Sharon, for Queen's Workforce, you don't necessarily need your certification. I believe Christine is working with some HHA companies. Maybe you could probably elaborate on that.
Yes. So we have a couple of different organizations we're working with. Really just depends what borough you're in and looking to commute to for training or to work with the clients. I'm currently working with an organization that is doing virtual trainings and being able to go into their Queens office 2 or 3 times in that 3-week training. If you are uncertified home health aide, but if you are certified, which means you have used that certificate in the past year, then they're able to just get the paperwork from you, your medical documents, making sure that you have up-to-date exams and physicals, and put you immediately to start working. Typically, it's around a 2-week process to get cleared. And then either part-time or full-time, you'll be able to review cases prior to accepting them. And with the organizations work with, it just really depends on location and that's how they'll give you the pay, basically. But it's roughly between $15 to $16 an hour that we've typically worked with home health aides.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Christine. This might be for Michele again. Any positions as lab or research assistants? If so, what is the required level of education?
Sure. So one of the positions that we're frequently recruiting for is clinical laboratory technologist, which does require a 4-year degree in clinical laboratory science and a New York State license. There are other roles within the lab, whether you're a lab assistant, phlebotomist, and so forth, but the main role within the lab is clinical laboratory technologist.
Okay, thank you. And someone's asking about a job in food industry. They didn't elaborate, so I'm not sure if they're looking for a position at a hospital or front of house, back of house kind of event. For Allison and Brittany, someone's asking about a supervisory position at the US Open. Is there such a position?
We do have some supervisory positions in the facilities department. I would just encourage you to send your resume over or apply for the position that you think you'd be the best fit for.
Okay. Thank you. Is there availability for a DSP in Queens? And what is the pay for this? What is direct service professional?
It's direct support professional. And we start you off with 15 per hour. And I also want to say for those people who are not certified as HHA, we will build on their background. So they should apply at Queens Centers for Progress.
So,
Hi, Sharon.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. YI is also looking for direct support professionals as well. You could apply at yi.org.
Oh, right. Okay. So someone was specifically asking for a position near Flushing. So you both have positions in different places?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. I don't have Flushing. I'm Jamaica, Queens. I think YAI is Flushing. Are you, Jasmin?
We do. We have a program in Flushing and we have a program close by Flushing in Bayside. We do have a cluster of programs in that area.
Right. We're Jamaica, Queens, right off Union Turnpike, and Belrose, Queens, right off the Grand Central Parkway.
Okay, thank you. I have another question based on location, and that's people asking, do you have any positions in Brooklyn or Manhattan?
That's YAI.
YAI does. So YAI has positions throughout Long Island. We offer services, so we do have positions all throughout all of the boroughs except for Staten Island. So Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, also going upwards into Westchester and Hudson Valley.
Okay, wonderful.
And I would say the same for NewYork-Presbyterian Hospital. I've all 5 boroughs except for Staten Island, Hudson Valley, Westchester, and Bronxville as well.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, that's all. Carolina, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I'm not sure if this was asked. Do you have to have any type of certification to start working with the New York Presbyterian Hospital? This comes from a business administrator.
Yeah, I believe we touched on that one earlier, but it depends on the person's background qualification. But to be a business administrator, no certifications that I recall. We would just have to look at the individual years of experience.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I think we've covered all the questions at this time. So one final question, pharmacy technician, entry-level position. Is there such a position?
Yes, so we do recruit for pharmacy tech, where they work very closely with the pharmacist to help with the dispensing of the medication. With our pharmacy tech position, though, it does require certification.
It does? Okay, thank you. Okay, so I think a few people asked for us to continue to put the contact information in the chat, which we will do before we close out the portal. Borough President, I believe we might have covered all the questions. Yes.
All the questions in the Q&A function?
As
okay.
Well. Yeah.
As well as the webinar chat room as well?
Yes. Caroline,
well.
Any more?
I'm going through. I do want to tell everyone, I just shared everyone's contact information on the chat room for all the presenters. So everyone can refer to that.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
No, I was just going to suggest that some people, if the audience can fine tune some of their questions, because if it's too broad, like someone wants to work in food industry, then it doesn't, we can't direct their questions appropriately to, if it's in a restaurant context or diet in the hospital setting or in some other form of, kitchen area or dining hall. Thank you. That's all.
And we're looking for food service workers for LaGuardia, if they're speaking of the aviation industry. So we have a number of positions open there.
Okay, thank you. That was helpful. Thank you. Okay, that's it.
There is a question from Valerie. How long are the part-time positions employed during the year? My understanding these are seasonal. Are there any full-time ongoing roles?
I think the USTA is seasonal, right?
Right, but I think she's looking for part-time, but not seasonal. So she wanted to know if there are any part-time opportunities that are long-term.
I have some part-time warehouse work at Kennedy Airport. It's not seasonal, it's permanent.
Thank you for that.
Okay, we also have part-time that's not seasonal. It would continue, and the hours could possibly increase as well.
YI also has part-time opportunities, overnight, weekend, and some weekday opportunities.
Someone's asking also about IT positions, software and software related positions. Is anyone hiring in IT? No.
Currently, at the moment, we do have a few IT positions available as we are expanding our electronic medical records, and we do have a robust IT department. They can definitely take a look on our career website to see if their skill mismatch some of our current openings.
Okay. Someone's asking about a specific restaurant, to be a restaurant cashier at JFK. Is there such a position? JFK Airport.
I'm working with a lounge that may require some cashier functions, but it's really like a server type of opportunity. That would be closest, serving and handling front desk with cashier responsibilities.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I believe that I've covered all the questions. Carolina, do you have any more?
Not at this time.
No.
Great. Okay, seeing as how we have no other questions, we will adjourn a little early for this session of this job fair. But again, please mark your calendars for July 15. We hope that our partners for this one will return. Hopefully you will have new positions as well between now and then. 3 weeks is a long time. We may be even in a different phase by then. So hopefully, if all things go well, we ask that everyone stay safe. Be sure to wear your masks, make sure to fill out your census. I do see in the webinar chat room a number of questions about IT and software and engineering positions. And so our team here at Borough Hall will look for some of those opportunities as well to feature them perhaps at our next job fair on July 15. Otherwise, thank you again to our partners. It is an absolute pleasure to partner with you. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the Borough of Queens, the Borough families. And as we say every time, you know, for folks who are tuning in, you know, you may need a job or you may know someone else who needs a job, but these are jobs that we in Queens need filled as soon as possible. These are critical positions that are part of how we function as a borough, as a city, and as a region. So thank you, everyone. And if I don't see you beforehand, we'll see you on July 15. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Thank you.